Hey there, Rocco. Running the crazy cacti into the governor, into the Stomp Lab 2G. On this occasion I'm running the crazy cacti in its MOSFET mode with a bit more drive than usual. Usually it's set on minimum, and I'm using the boost as well, which is just a hair off of minimum, into the box, which is pretending to be a Dumble in its clean channel. Yeah, I was just catching a snapshot really. I thought that'd go better than it did. But yeah, it's all good. I'm building up to doing the humbucker episode, so if you're looking forward to that, I'm pleased to tell you that it is definitely something that's on the way. Apart from that, I haven't really got any news. Apart from, I don't know, it's all very much up in the air as to whether what we're gonna do with this place here. Whether it'll be something I'll be out in a month's time. I'll be recording from elsewhere, and it might be like it was with Stone Pillow, which is why I put a few of those videos today on Facebook. Well, that's why I went to look at them in the first place, and then I uploaded them to Facebook. Got a lot more views back then when I just used to do a piece of music to camera. Yeah, it's all a bit up in the air at the minute. I think I'd like to stay in the New Forest. I think that's like an underlined basic, and it looks like that might be possible. But whether I actually stay here is up in the air at the moment. I've got to be honest. I'd rather everything was just harmonious and you could just get on with it. It's like I've invested a lot, personally, mentally, psychically, into this, and I don't like change. But at the same time, it's an impossible situation. It's an impossible situation to continue. It's uncomfortable. It's ever more toxic, I think. And I don't think that can be helped. Even when both parties are really making the effort, I just don't think it's avoidable. It's in an ideal world maybe, but I think for me personally to move forward, so yeah, it's something that's got to happen, I think. So, and I'm really sad about that because I just want to it was not long ago I realised, to do my 2 CD thing, which is this is what I want to do. I want to do a double-length LP, but I want you to, as I'm describing it, visualise it as a record, just for convenience at this stage. And what I want to do is have a gatefold, a double album, a pretentious double album, like they did in the 70s, and it'll be 2 records, and they'll be an hour each, yeah. So there's 2 hours of my music there, and 1 hour is unplugged, and it's all the acoustic stuff, and the other hour is the full band stuff, the full rock and roll stuff, and make a really nice piece of art out of the gatefold sleeve, have a lyric book in there, properly written at my handwriting to scale. So it's readable, so it's exactly what it is in real life. What you'd be getting is an exact scan of how I've written it by hand, okay? And I've already started messing around with the packaging and that. I'll get back to that in a minute. So you'd have a lyric book and some of my artwork as well, as you might be aware, I do sort of some art, you've probably seen it around the walls and stuff. Hang on, let me. So yeah, hidden behind the necklaces there, and and there. I think some people might recognise who that is, smoking the joint there. All I can say is in real life, that joint was made of tin foil. Yeah, got lost for a second there, old muse. So it'd be this gatefold, some of my artwork in there, the lyric book would be something that sits in a little slip, a little folder in there, when you get a really nice brochure, and it's a sort of an envelope folder, you open it up like a booklet, and it's got things in there tucked in like a pocket. So it's the lyric book's in there, and you'd put do the Dark Side of the Moon thing, so stickers and shit. And do you know what? I was thinking even like a ticket for something that would be like two years booked 2 years ahead, so people could actually use it. Like you'd have a time for it to sell and like use it. Anyway, so yes, print up a record. Right, first off, you know, release the music through the various platforms, but mostly, you know, CD really, as well. And that would be like either free or next to free. Like I think free, but like considered a promotional item. So all, you know, I know this sounds crazy, but bear with me. So like consider it like a promotional item. So all the digital music online for nothing, for absolutely nothing. And to be honest, like, don't make a big thing out of it, but make a thing out of that. The fact that, okay, look, this is free. This is me, the genuine artist, and it's free. This isn't like this isn't an illegal rip. This is a free thing. You can have it, okay? But also, I'm going to get an acetate done. I'm going to get the record done and do it as a record. It's meant to be a piece, 2 slabs of vinyl. Like that's the idea. And I'm actually going to get those done, and I'm going to charge a lot of money for them. Like they're going to be like £100 each, and that's where I'll make the money. And it's like, okay, this is a one, you know, this is going to be something you buy once in your life. If you really are a fan of Black Tooth Fox, like you'd buy that for £100. You'd buy that for £100, and there'd be, you know, I'm going to make it like almost worth £100, but it's going to be £100. I want to make a lot of money out of it personally. It's my thing. You know, I'm going to have complete control, okay? And then the rest of it, like this is all basically a promotional item and like a cult, like super fan item, right? So like, even that's a promotional item because it's got a ticket in it. Do you get my logic, right? This isn't dumbness, but all of that push to get bookings. To build up a demand and an appetite to get live bookings. Like that's the whole point. And to, you know, probably sucker onto someone's coattail and get on support tours again. But that's the plan. That's the idea. I'll need no need of distribution. I've studied a dude called Jim Cornette and the way that he does his videos, and I've learned a lot from a dude called Jim Cornette. And I have been for the last 20 odd years inspired by Ed Wynn and the way that he did it with Osric Tentacles. And I, you know, he's made like, you know, roughly the same as Muse have, and for a lot less work and with a much more select fan base without all the insanity of becoming superhuman. But like, yeah, they're both cases I've followed closely. Some of you might know the Muse connection and why I would be interested in that. I'm not going to get into that now. And Ed Wynn, as character, has been very close to my heart since I was like 16 years old and discovered Osric Tentacles. Like, and you know how big in terms of like soundscape, you know, a rock and roll live band can be. Yeah, as regards Muse, we're from the same place. We're all from the same place, come from the same little sea, which is exceptionally inbred, so you can understand that. Yeah. And yeah, there are stories for another time. Like fucking Tinmouth, if you want to know. Like, you know, we would have all done our first gigs at like the Winterbourne Centre, you know, or down at Broadmeadow, you know, like what used to be the roller disco. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, this isn't something I'm making up. I can't be fucking like, you know, there's a lot of things I could drop in, like there are a lot of I get accused of name dropping, but like I hold quite a few of the major ones back, right? Quite a few. I've actually like been bought a coffee by, you know, someone who's like, someone who at the moment is making as many films as he can before his like degenerative illness catches up with him, and he's doing it for his family. You know, like a band I work for did the music at his wedding to a famous actress, and all I can say is exceptionally really nice guy, and like he didn't have to fucking, you know, say hello to me or anything, but he brought me over a coffee with like, you know, a few sugars with it, and fucking, you know, made sure that I was comfortable and alright at my station. So, you know, like, but fucking yeah, like, you know, and I've had like rock stars and their wives come into my dressing room to say that they enjoyed my performance when I played in front of 9 Below. You know, there's things I can talk about. But anyway, fucking, I'm giving it the big one now, innit? I'm giving it the big one. It's a load of bollocks. But what I mean, in all that time, right, I've been watching, learning, like, you know, about the business and and I've got a lot of great, like, I think great, like, and original promotional ideas, which cost nothing except effort. I've discussed a few of them with, you know, some of you, like, that, you know, I know in real life, and, you know, like, I've got resourceful nature when it comes to that, so I've got some good ideas, and, but at the same time, it's all for this. Like, it can't be like an inauthentic push. Like, it's got to be a genuine push, which means, you know, weight and a pace, not a rush, not like a tip of the spear, like fucking, you know, like all or nothing white hot comet, but like, you know, a grab of your weight and a push, a gentle push. Like, you know, I want to be like an inevitable, like, I want it to be like a inevitable weight behind it, and like a, you know, it's like, that's the way I want to record this thing. Do you see? And it's like, now it is an inevitable weight of material. Like, I don't have to run. I don't have to like reach for material to fill out that 2 hours. I can pare it down to the very most bestest bits to get that 2 hours. And that's what I mean by inevitable weight. When there's inevitable weight behind your actions, it's like, it can't be stopped, you know. It's you know, it can be, but you know, it's given it its all, you know, it's given it its all, you know. It's like fucking, you know, being celibate for like 3 years and holding your load and then splooging it in like a massive like fucking fire hydrant ejaculation, like, you know, to put it into terms like I know you'd understand. Anyway, like, I've emptied my thought bag and splooged it all into the microphone of a crappy Kindle, and all I can say is, yeah, I'm pursuing. Like, I uploaded a thing earlier that was done about half an hour to an hour after the video that was done before that, just as it was getting dark. And there's a riff in there I'm really fucking playing with a lot, and when that's got a bit more to it, I might include that in the Humbucker episode. And yeah, like, I'm gonna actually sort of like do that in the next couple of days. So I'll see you then. And yeah, just be assured I'm remaining upbeat and I'm continuing the work, the great work. All right, love you all very much. All right, good night.